People, Deluded, a quick video. You lot know me, I love you football. So when I see young players advancing their careers, I like it. First and foremost, Jude Bellingham. Now, he's excelled in the DFB Pokal, I believe it's called. He made his league debut in the 3-0 Gladbach win, and he got an assist. Listen, you know, him, Reina, Highland, Sancho, they're going to make Dortmund a lot of money, and they're a lovely club, you know. Gio Reyna's 17. I've known about him since 14, 15 because he was in a 442 magazine that I bought. Baller. Technically amazing, gonna have a better career than his dad, you know. Ironically, you know, him and Highland, you know, City should try and bring them back. You know, he showed his lovely ability. Jude Bellingham, you know what he's on, man. You know he makes good runs. You know he's got an engine. You know he's a lovely passer. You know, at 18 years of age, that man's potential is scary. I'm keen to see what he is at 20. You know, I'm keen to see what his specialist midfield role is. Southgate, I hope you're watching, because this is a man you will have to call up one day. He was a baller, and it was lovely to see, you know, the young G's them doing their madness against Gladbach, and big up Dortmund for that. Away from that, before that game, you obviously saw Jamal Musiala score for Bayern Munich in their victory over Schalke. 17 years of age. He must be their youngest goal scorer or youngest English goal scorer or something like that. And it's been a great time for English players abroad, man. Jude Bellingham and Sancho are doing their thing. You've got my man Musiala. You've obviously got Yunus Musa, who made his, well, started the game better yet on the flanks, albeit for Valencia. So there's a couple of young players taking their opportunities. I do believe Jamal's got German in him as much as English, and Chelsea have a good academy. You are going to lose players, but this is a bitter blow. This guy could have been up there with, you know, the Reece Jameses and the Callums and these guys, for me anyways. At 17, you know, he's going to develop a bit physically. He's a bit skinny and a bit gangly, but that's any teenager. He's going to fill out a bit. He's there. In terms of intelligence, in terms of doing things quickly, in terms of being able to handle himself, he's there. People forget he was on the bench in the final of the Champions League. He's been on the bench a couple of times. He played for Bayern Munich B team or whatever they call it quickly when he joined the club. You know, this is a man, you know, he's, you know, people would have said, oh, you're leaving Chelsea, how are you going to play at Bayern Munich? And granted, that's a legit thing, but when you back yourself, when you've got ability, it is what it is. Apologies for rubbing my nose, man. I've got hay fever today for some reason, people. And I think he deserved his goal. It's a lovely moment. He's actually played with Jude Bellingham at international level. I think, what's away from Jamal's technical ability, I've been speaking about him a lot, people. He can pass, he can dribble, he can score, he can do it all. He's got a fantastic attitude. He looks like someone that recognises I'm in a fantastic position, but he works hard like he's got a point to prove. And I think he's going to go off to have a decent career. Finally, I wanted to speak about Olise. I can't say his name, but I've spoken about him before, the Reading lad. You know, it doesn't matter if you're watching Reading's Academy, if you're watching the Two Lawns tournament, he's a good player. And he's one of the young players that seems to be getting an opportunity in the Championship early on. You know, I know Amari Richards of Reading, 22 years of age, is a couple years older than him, but he played well in their last game. You know, I still think Olise's got a lot of development to do. I think at times he's got a good physique, but he's out-muscled. I think sometimes his speed of thought could be a bit better. But he's lovely technically, sorry. He can dribble, he can score, he can assist, he plays with confidence. You know, he's playing quite well for Reading in the Championship, and the best thing I would say is to stay at Reading, you know, until you develop to that level or another team in the Premiership says we've got a little plan for you. It's in his best interest to stay at Reading. You know, you've even seen today Arsenal, Leeds, a lot of teams are tracking him. As you would send scouts, you know, you're seeing an 18 or so year old playing week in, week out of Reading of sorts. You're going to say, oh, who's that? You know, what's that about? You're going to want to watch him. I think he's going to have a Premier League career. It'll be interesting to see what happens with his international future, because he's played for England at youth level. If you watch the last Two Lawns tournament, he was actually there with France's under-20, so it will be interesting to see. It's lovely to see him finally get football, because I think he's a player that Reading fans, if not, will fall in love with. So he's a baller. I just wanted to talk about them three people, really and truly, in Jude Bellingham, in Musiala and Olise. So I've done that. That's all I wanted to say. You don't know me, I love you football. Please comment, like and subscribe. I'm out.